What up? Pack Rackin' MTG here. And now we are going to have a look at my freshly built, what I'm calling FROGTIDE. This is my build. This is going to be a modern deck. And it's definitely a new brew of mine. Been looking at a couple of different decks to come up with it. Put a little bit of my own flavor in it. Oops, I got a random sleeve sitting there. So I'm going to break down why I chose some of the things I did and have a look at the list of everything. So let's get into it. So for the namesake of the deck, I will have a nice look at this guy, because this guy and this guy have some nice synergies going on. The main thing is you can exile 3 cards from your graveyard to give it flying. And of course, if you have a murktide on the battlefield, when you exile the 3 cards, it sees that and gets 3 counters from it. So you give this guy flying and this guy 3 counters. Pretty good for just exiling a few cards. Psychic Frog on its own being an awesome card as a 2-drop, 1/2. When Psychic Frog deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, and that or planeswalker is very relevant. Draw a card. Gotta love drawing some cards, especially slapped on a 2-drop. Discard a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Psychic Frog. Once this guy starts getting going and you get some card draw, you can discard a lot of cards in this and make this guy like a 4/5 or a 5/6 and really be swinging in there for a lot, especially where you can give it some evasion with the exile 3 cards. All in all, excellent card. Excellent card. And here's my playset of them, so you guys get a look. Love the old border. This is what I could get my hands on. Of course, you guys know that I pulled these 2 right here, and I went and picked up these 2. Get these back in order. There we go. So that's my Psychic Frog breakdown. And of course, you guys all know about Murktide. I'm running 4. I've seen most people just running 3, but I like the extra threats. And you all know what Murktide does. Delve, flying, remove instants and sorceries from your graveyard, and it gets +1/+1 counters. Pretty well known, especially if you're in the modern circles. I do love that one, the foil stamped one. Might as well keep going with our creatures. I do have the one Thassa's Tiebinder. I'm running 3 Brazen Borrowers. Pretty good early removal just to get something back to your opponent's hand, and where it's just any non-land permanent can be very relevant. Of course, we got our Orky Bees, our Orcish Bowmasters. Super relevant still, getting rid of Bragavans, any of the 1-drops, or any of the 1-toughness creatures. You can just drop this out, get 2 bodies on the field, deal 1 damage. Feels really good. And yes, I do have a foil playset of Orcish Bowmasters. Love them. And I pulled every single one of these but one I traded for. And of course, at our higher end, we have Sheoldred. And everybody loves to hate it, but she is a very playable card. I guess we should mention Tamiyo. I only am running the 1. It's mainly because I only have the 1, but I don't feel like it's an overly powerful card in this particular deck. It does help a little bit with card draw and stuff. Take a look at the back. This is the one I pulled. So not super relevant, but still. I mean, I think I would run 2 of her at least if I had them, but I do not. Alright, let's have a look at some of our removal. We got the Thoughtseizes. I kind of went a little more control-y with this version of the deck. So we got our Fatal Pushes. Did I say Thoughtseize? I think I did. Well, we got our Fatal Pushes there. And then we have our Thoughtseizes. Some more early interaction, just to get cards out of your opponent's hand at the cost of 2 life. Which in certain circumstances, the cost of 2 life, you don't care about when you're pulling a combo piece out of their hand or something like that on turn 1. Feels really good. So that's a little bit of our get rid of cards in their hand, get rid of some of their cards on the battlefield. We got our stopping their spells from coming out in our Force of Negations. I am running 4. Probably get away with 2 in another version of this, but I do like. And I'm running them instead of Spell Snare. I know a lot of times they are 2 for 1 against you, but I'm not a huge fan of Spell Snare. I don't know how many times I've had it sitting in my hand. So this is some of the other card draw. Of course, we should talk about the counter spells first, along with our Force of Negations. Pretty basic, just 4 counter spells. We got a Sink into Stupor, just the one of, foily. We have our 2 Considers, and our 4 Preordains. And those are the Commander Legends ones. So now that we've got all that out of the way, let's talk about our mana base. Undercity Sewers, 2 of. Very nice to be able to surveil the top card of your library. I mean, it's seeing an extra card. Who does not want to see an extra card? Very, very good. These surveil lands are definitely seeing a lot of play in Modern. Not as a 4 of in most decks, and usually as a 1 or 2 of, but in some decks there is 2 or more of different types of them. So we got our 2 Watery Graves. We have 2 Islands. We have 4 Dark Slick Shores. I do like this art the most, by far. But there's our 4 Dark Slick Shores. We have 2 Swamps. I just chose 2 random arts just because they were what was in front of me, to be honest with you. We have 3 Flooded Strands. You could be running 4, and I've seen a lot of lists running 4. I've just got the 3, so I'm running 3. There's our 3 Flooded Strands. And of course, 4 Polluted Deltas. And why not have 4 different ones? They are pretty, though. Alright, so with that out of the way, I would love to hear what you guys think about this deck. The sideboard hasn't been completely put together yet. I'd also like to think what you guys, or hear what you guys think I should put in there. Probably going to throw in 2 more Tidebinders. I'm definitely thinking about Sheoldred's Edict for sure as a good sideboard card. So anything that you guys suggest, I will definitely take into consideration. I do love hearing your guys' feedback. I do read it all. But without further ado, let's get on to this. So our last video was our 100th video, and I said, as a little bonus giveaway for us making it to 100 videos, we'd give away a Modern Horizons 3-pack. And here it is. And I'd like to congratulate Chorkman, Chorkman, 2271. Chorkman, you are the winner of this Modern Horizons pack. And if you could contact me, the way to contact me will be in the description below. That's all yours, man. Congratulations. I'd also like to thank my 0.4% female viewers. Thank you very much. And as you guys know, we're looking for 300 subs. When we get to 300 subs, we're going to give that away. And, oops, got these little stuck together. So Desmond Miles was the clear winner for the first one. We haven't got a clear winner for our second lot of cards. But so far, we've got Desmond Miles in it and one of these cards into the giveaway. And here comes 5 new cards to pick one of. So we've already got 2 cards in our giveaway, and we're going to add a 3rd one now. Let's get on to it. Scalding Viper, Rankle's Prank, this guy, Reclamation, Power Balance, this guy, and Kudo, King Among Bears. So please put in the comments also which one of these cards you would like to be put into the giveaway with these cards. And at the end of the month, which is coming up soon, we'll pick a name to be the winner of our monthly giveaway, and they will receive one of these cards, and the Desmond Miles, and a card out of here. And the guys that watch my channel and know, at the end of the month, I tend to roll the dice and give away all of the winning cards, plus one of the lots of cards that was in there. So please, pick your guys' cards. Give me some suggestions for sideboard cards in this blue-black FROGTIDE deck. And I think that's going to be it. So, later.